The exit from the EU makes it possible. In Great Britain, only the old weights and measurements will soon be allowed to be used again. Brexit supporters are celebrating another step in the return to sovereignty. Critics just shake their heads. From old to new, in a demonstrative step after Brexit, Great Britain is once again allowing the exclusive use of old weights units such as pounds and ounces. Brexit supporters cheer the return to the British traditions. For them, the EU rules that legally stipulate uniform labeling were an emotional question. Take back control was the motto of the Brexiteers. The metrical martyrdom has ended, can now be heard in conservative circles. Oh boy. Under EU rules, weight information had to be given in kilograms, for example, in shops or supermarkets. It is now also celebrated that the royal crown can be stamped on pint beer glasses again. The symbol, the crown stamp, has been used for centuries as proof of the correct calibration of the pints, but in 2007 it had to give way to the EU standardized CE mark. The conservative newspaper Daily Telegraph also cheered the decision on Friday. The crown stamp lasted for centuries and became a cornerstone of British life, but although it survived 2 world wars and the crumbling of the empire, it had no chance against Brussels. Oh boy, this wording is so great. With a return to values that are reminiscent of the imperial heyday of a great colonial empire, Prime Minister Boris Johnson is once again putting on the emotional map when trying to convince the country of its post-Brexit cause of global Britain, which is a joke. The outcry was great when the dealer Stephen Thoburn was fined in 2001 for failing to sell bananas worth 34 pence in kilograms. The case is seen by many as the starting signal for Brexit. Johnson was also one of the critics. Why are we forcing the British to use Napoleon's measurements when the imperial system in America, the world's most successful economy, survives and thrives? He wrote that at the time as editor-in-chief of the conservative weekly Spectator. After taking office as head of government in 2019, Johnson announced an era of generosity and tolerance. We will bring back these old freedoms, he said. His Brexit representative David Frost announced that he would abolish the EU's regulative meat grinder, because of which Great Britain had to make unsatisfactory compromises. But while conservatives cheer, critics can only shake their head. Our shelves are empty. But if they were full, we could buy things using a system that nobody who has left the school since 1970 knows, blasphemed a Times reader. Because of the corona crisis and strict migration rules after Brexit, the companies are desperately looking for workers in numerous industries, and there are always gaps in supermarkets. Even in EU times, distances were given in miles on motorways, and the beer came in a pint glass. The British regularly give their sizes in feet and inches, but about ounces have almost completely disappeared from everyday life. Very few younger people should know that 16 ounces equals 1 pound, and 2.2 pounds equals 1 kilogram, and 14 pounds equals a stone. Experts warn of clutter and errors in the conversion, which could be end up in ripping off consumers. In the shadow of the emotional debate, there are also signs of changes that could have even more far-reaching consequences for relations between the EU and the UK. EU rules on financial services, data protection, and genetically modified organisms, among other things, are to be abolished. We intend to eventually change, replace, or repeal all adopted EU laws that are not right for Great Britain, thundered Johnson's Brexit representative Frost. Observers warn that this could exacerbate the already violent confrontation with Brussels. And seriously, whatever delusions some Brexiteers might have, I know who will be the loser on that game. I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.